cause I can. I'ma spend like 100 grand. I'ma spend like 100 grand. Girl, tell me who's running. I'ma spend like 100 grand. I'ma spend like 100 grand. Girl, tell me who's running.
Nah. So basically, I'm trying to be more intentional about posting. And I think that if I could tell my story and people can see that I make mistakes, I'm not perfect, man, he shouldn't have said that. Oh, that make him look bad. They'll realize that I'm a human being and I'm just like them. And sometimes people have this illusion that once you get to certain points in your life, you have to start being different. Like, hold on, man, I still think the same. You know what I mean? I used to work at the Xbox. If y'all know what that is, don't say nothing. I used to work at the Xbox. I used to be a rapper slash music producer, wearing the big chains and trying to be on stage, rap. You know what I mean? And so many people have this feeling of like their idea of who I am needs to fit the narrative that they want me to have. Like, oh, well, you work with kids and all that. Yeah, I work with kids, but I'm still me. My personality, you may not like. I'm sorry. I got weird humor. I'm sorry. I never was the fit in kind of guy. I've always been a little different. So that never has changed. And my goal is to show how, I am not perfect, but you can do it too, or you can acquire and you can build because I'm just like you. You know what I mean? You may be different. You know what I mean? Or you may not be the smartest person and you may make bad decisions like I make, but you can still grow from it. I was going to tell you the story about Ernest, him knowing me from back in the day. And it's funny when people say, "Oh man, I see what you have built, and I've seen what you have grown to do and accomplish," and I don't see it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, it's hard for me to describe that to people. Yeah, I might have a couple more dollars, I might own a few more things, but my mindset is still the same. It's kind of weird when people say like, don't let money change you or something like that. Money ain't ever changed me, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like I have money. I don't feel like I just do bigger things. But like, if you didn't like me 20 years ago, who's to say you're gonna like me now? Ain't nothing changed. If we wasn't boys 20 years ago, don't think we're gonna be boys today. So I just wanna tell people, like, and I know ADD is kicking in there, but like, you could do it too. Why not? Like, there's nothing that I do that is special that you can't do as well. Nothing I do. I work hard. I stay up throughout the night. If you can't do that, sorry, I apologize. Maybe you can. But like, everything that I do is it's constant. It's not like I did it for a few months, I did it for a few weeks, I did it for a few hours here and there. It's every day for years, staying diligent, staying on top of the grind, staying up, building and learning. And people don't think that they need to learn anymore. And that's the difference. That's the total difference. They think success in me, I'm doing it for people. No, I'm doing it for me. Success in me is for me, literally, because you don't become the best at teacher. You don't get good at something not being able to tell people how you did it. I'm still learning, hands down. Like, I'm learning, and sometimes I talk about topics and I'm like, man, I wish I knew a little bit more. Let me go home and research. So next time I talk about it, or next time somebody asks me a question, I'll be able to answer it from a place of knowledge. And not only am I going to learn it from going on the computer and reading books and listening to podcasts, I'm now going to go ask the professionals that are out there, okay, what do you think about this? What's your thoughts on a 203k loan? What's your thoughts on how they're doing these different interest-only loans for the first 5 years? Like, what's your thoughts? I'm asking questions. I'm not that smart. I tell people that all the time. I'm not that smart. I dropped out of high school. Literally dropped out of high school, and then I end up going and getting my degree and all that stuff later on. It wasn't for me. High school dropout. So like, that's why I'm big and huge into like education. My child, I was telling you earlier, like, she don't, she's super smart. Hopefully she don't, go down that road from being like a 4.0 student to like a dropout. Hopefully not, but I dropped out. I dropped out of high school, and I ended up going to alternative school and then getting my diploma that way. But I felt like even going that route wasn't like real school. They was going to pass me because I worked a job. So all my working credit kind of made it to where I was able to graduate. But what do you do after that? What do you do after a high school diploma? You gotta teach yourself. You gotta learn. You gotta build. And everybody has the capability of it. 100%. I dropped out of high school with a 6th grade reading level, 8th grade math. Come on now. If I can drop out of high school and then eventually have a bachelor's degree in business, and I'm kind of dyslexic, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of dyslexic and I have ADD, bro, you could do it too. So it's just people being lazy.